As we all know, Microsoft are a bit shy when it comes to revealing the nitty-gritty hardware sales figures for the Xbox One. However, we do have Microsoft's latest financials, and Xbox sales over the quarter ending December the 31st, 2016 were lower than the same period last year. They did note a, quote, decline in volume of consoles sold, and this is of course despite the Xbox One S and key discounts, and of course the fact that the Xbox One S led the Xbox One on a 4-month streak over the PlayStation 4, and when you combine this with, quote, lower prices of consoles sold, this obviously saw a decrease in console hardware revenue of 22%. So basically, less consoles being sold at a lower price equals 22% decline in revenue. However, before we start ringing the doom bells, it is pretty natural and normal for a console sales to slow a few years into its generation cycle, and of course prices drop as the console becomes cheaper to produce, and of course when they're releasing new iterations of the console like the Xbox One S, it obviously makes sense to reduce the price and give people deals for the holidays and so on and so forth. And of course, Microsoft have been doing well in other ways with Xbox, as of course they have previously said that Xbox Live active users reached 55 million during the quarter, which is actually up from the previous high of 49 million in mid-2016. Now, I'm sure some of you are going, hang on, did Microsoft say that they had their biggest month yet in December 2016? How can this be true and then be having declines? Well, this is actually because of an 18% increase in revenue on their software and services for Xbox, which was, quote, driven by a higher volume of Xbox Live transactions and revenue per transaction. So basically, lots of downloads and purchases happening on Xbox Live, and the amount of money made per transaction was driving, or one of the driving forces behind that December 2016 month. However, despite the growth in this area, obviously wasn't enough to compensate for the decline in hardware revenues, and this is something we've been seeing with both companies really with the monthly MPD reports. Overall, however, Microsoft's gaming revenue fell 3% year over year. So overall, not a terribly significant decline. Of course, it's going to be really interesting to see when Scorpio comes out, but got a ways to go before that happens, given that it's holiday of this year and we're still in January. But still, the fact that software and services are trending upwards is definitely a good sign, even if we are seeing a decline in hardware. That may change as we go into the new cycle of games and releases and so on, but of course that is going to have to remain to be seen, as only time will tell, as I like to say. Thank you very much for watching. As always, your support is very much appreciated, and I'll see you next time.